this is Ryan here from Sentient Robot. I'm here with Brendan,
Hello.
and we are going to do a quick start guide for Anthems of War. So we have our two forces here. I've got me on the left here with my mercenaries. Brendan has some cultists. They're evenly matched, the exact same stats because it's just the quick start rules. But we'll show off some basics and we'll have a fun game. Okay, so we are on the first turn here, and we just did a quick roll off. I rolled a 6 and Brendan rolled a 15, and he has chosen to deploy his characters last, which means he will also have the second turn. So I'm going to start and I'm going to deploy a character, and now it's Brendan's turn. And we're going to go back and forth until we're all deployed. So here is my deployment layout. I've got 3 guys over here, 2 of my warriors, and my warrior and archer over here. And Brendan has basically done the exact same thing. He's just kind of mirrored what I've done here. And we're going to get ahead with our first turn. All right, so it's the first turn and first order. So I am going to spend an order, and I am going to move one of my archers up to the top of this little building here. He's going to get right up to about there, so 8 his movement because it's double move and his regular move is 4. I'm also going to throw a run token on him because he ran this turn. All right, so my second order, I'm going to spend my order, and I'm going to move this guy somewhere up towards this building. Let's do up there, and I will put a run token on him. So he is right at that corner, kind of in cover, and ready to go. Order number 3. I'm going to take this guy here with the mace, and I am going to move him up, and I'm going to jump this low wall and move him right to the behind that barrel there. And order number 4. I'm going to take my archer, and I'm not going to double move him. I'm just going to single move him up to this little low wall here. So he's kind of in covering the courtyard as people have fled into it. Order number 5. I'm going to take this guy here, and I think I want to bring him into the courtyard so he won't quite make it to the boxes there, but good enough. I will throw a run token on him, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay, and I'm going to use my first order to move my little archer here. We're going to go with 2 or 3 of his movement there, and I'm just going to have him kind of chill there. Next order, going to move a warrior, his 4 movement. And that's what I'm doing there. Can I turn him?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, when you do an order, you can basically make them face whatever you want at the end of the movement.
Okay. Okay, next I'm going to use another order. And I think I'm going to double movement this guy over here.
Oh, you're trying to flank me.
Little dash token. All right, next I'm going to move my archer just on the other side of this wall here. I know I have enough movement to do that. Okay, to get things going here, I'm going to use my last order, not to move my other fella, but to move my archer to this point.
Oh, just poking out.
Just poke out a little bit, and I'm going to aim Right there at that warrior.
Okay, I am going to dodge, so this will be our first opposed roll of the game. So we're going to roll off in this little rolling tray here.
Oof. Hey.
Oh, so the way that rolls work, opposed rolls, so you're trying to beat the number 12 with all of your negatives and pluses and all those things. If he had rolled, let's say, a 19 instead of what he did roll, both these would cancel each other out and nothing would happen. Basically, I would dodge, his shot would kind of go wide. If it was two ranged attacks, maybe I duck out of the way as his is about to hit me, and he does the same as mine's about to hit him. All right, so it's the start of round 2. I removed all of my markers. I counted up how many people I have. So I have 5 characters that have regular traits. So regular means that, as Brendan did last turn, you can spend up to 3 orders on one character, no matter where that character came from or where that order came from. So I've got everything all set up. I'm ready to go with my first bit of movement. Okay, I am going to spend my first order, and I'm going to move this guy. I'm going to move him up in cover right up to about there. Do you want to react or anything like that?
I'm going to not react.
Okay, that sucks.
Not taking the bait.
Cool. All right, so with my second order, I am going to run right up on this guy. So it's a double move, so that takes my whole order. And Brennan, do you want to do any reactions?
I'm going to loose an arrow at him as he's running towards me.
Okay, cool. So we are going to do a unopposed roll this time. Okay, so Brennan is going to roll a unopposed roll. I'm not doing anything offensive, so we will see where it goes. So he rolled a 16. He subtracts 2 because of the fact that my character is running, adds his dexterity, which is 3. So that's a solid hit as I'm running up on him. And because of that, I need to do a armor check. Okay, so because Brendan rolled high on his attack, I need to roll an armor check for my character. So my character, he has light armor, he has a shield, and he has a dexterity of 1. You add those 3 together, I get a 4, and I have to beat his weapon strength plus 8. So I have to get a 14 or higher in order to not take an injury. And I rolled a 18, so we can say it bounced off my shield as I was running towards him. Okay, so I am going to spend my third order, and I'm going to keep with this combat. So I'm going to do a attack and push long action against his archer there. Brennan, you can choose to block, you can choose to attack back, but where you have your bow, you'll be using it basically as a club. Your choice.
I think I'm going to block.
Okay. Okay, so Brennan has chosen to block, so we're going to do an opposed roll. He's doing a block. I'm doing a double attack. So my weapon speed is 2, so I roll 2 dice. He's blocking, so he just rolls 1. So 5 and a 7, that's not good for me. And a 17, so he blocks, but it doesn't matter because I just threw both of my attacks away anyways. So I am going to spend another order, and I'm going to move this guy right about here, so he is protecting against the 2 warriors that are right by this wall here. So kind of block my guy that's trying to kill the archer. And my last order, I'm going to take this archer, and I'm just gonna sneak him over to here.
All right, so my first order, I am going to bring my soldier, fighter, warrior over to kind of intercept and get in on the fun over here.
Okay.
That's roughly 4.
Yep. And as a reaction to that, I am choosing to attack. And now you get to choose what your second half of your order is.
Definitely going to attack as well.
Okay, so it's a roll off. All right, so we're rolling off 2 dice against 2 dice. 14 and a 20, and a 3 and a 4. That's not good. So 20s are critical successes. They count as 3 successes. The 14 is just a regular, both beat 12, obviously. So that's 3 armor checks coming towards Mr. Cultist here. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, so Brennan has 3 armor checks, weapon strength of 5 from my soldier's weapon there. So he has to beat a 13 on 3 rolls because it's 5 plus 8. And good luck.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
So 8, 8, and 13.
It's not looking good.
So the 13 plus your armor would have saved against 1 hit, but the other 2 will drop you by 1 constitution each. You only have a constitution of 1, as do most characters, so he's dead. In the full rules, there's healing and all that stuff. But for the quick start rules, he's basically just dead and he's done.
Okay, my second action hopefully will go a lot better. I'm going to get my archer to do a point blank shot on the soldier in front of him, as well as push. So an attack and push action.
Okay, so because you are using a ranged weapon in melee combat, it uses your physique stat instead of your dexterity stat.
So from a 3 to a 1.
Yeah, so we'll do our roll off. I'm going to do a attack as well, and so it'll be 1 of your rolls against 2 of mine. Okay, so we're rolling off.
Not so good.
Not so good. So I rolled an 11 and a 15, and he rolled a 5. My 11 and 15 are going to beat 12 after I add my physique score. So 2 armor checks coming his way. 2 armor checks coming up. We've
Nice.
got a 18 and a 14. So adding his dexterity, and he doesn't have any armor, but he still beats my 13 he needed to beat. So he lives.
Woo!
Oh, lucky guy.
Okay, I'm going to keep the pressure on a little bit, and I'm going to move my other cultist up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so you're not even going to come towards me. Make me come towards you.
That's right, I am. Okay, I'm going to do something different here for my 4th order. I'm going to move this archer just a little bit in here until I'm in range to hit him through that door.
Just barely able to see me. Because my character is in melee combat, he is treated as if he is in cover, but I also can't use the dodge ability because I am in melee combat. So it's going to be a unopposed roll. Okay, so we have a unopposed roll. He needs to roll pretty high. So 15 plus his dexterity score of 3, -2 for cover. It still hits me. All right, so strength 5 from his weapon. I need to beat a 13. And here's hoping.
Okay, my last order. I'm going to move in to close range, keep that pressure up, and do a double attack.
Okay, so speed 2, and I am also going to do a attack back. So 2 speed 2 attacks from each direction. All right, here we go.
That was a 3.
That was a 3. Okay, so that's a whole lot of misses. Now with my first order, so I still have 5 guys, so I still have 5 orders. I'm going to spend my first order, and I am going to do an attack and sidestep with this guy on this guy. So Brennan has chosen to do a reaction against my attack, and we're going to do an opposed roll and see what happens. All right, so we've got these two cancel each other out. These two are failures. So we have a stalemate, but because I did a attack and sidestep action, this still applies, so I can move my character anywhere within the 180 degrees closest to me. And you can choose to turn your character towards me, leave him where he is. What's your choice?
I'm going to turn to face my opponent.
That's a smart move. And there we go. Order number 2. I am going to do an attack and push with this guy against the archer.
All right. I'm going to defend, I guess, at this point.
So you're going to do a block?
Block it is.
Alrighty. One and a 13 and a 12. So you successfully block, but I also got a success. So that means the push part of my action worked, but no damage. So we're going to go back over this guy, and normally we would push him back 1 inch, but guess what? He's against a wall. So he actually hits the wall, falls prone. We'll put a prone marker next to him. And he is a lot easier to hit now. So, order number 3. I am going to go right back over to that guy that knocked the archer over, and I am going to do a attack and sidestep. And I'm going to hopefully hit him. So Brennan has chosen to block, and because he's prone, normally it would be a +5 to my rolls to hit him where I'm in melee combat with him, and he is prone, but because he's blocking, he's going to remove 3 of that from my attack. It didn't really matter, did it?
Well, it's been a slice. Okay, 2 armor checks for me.
8 and an 8.
Not great.
That's a dead and a dead.
Perfect.
Great.
Stacking those bodies up. Yep. So long.
All right, next order. I'm going to move over to a different side of the battlefield. I'm going to move my archer buddy. I'm going to try to stay out of the way of these windows. And I think I still want to do just a 4-inch move, so about there is where I'll end up. Can you see anything for order number 5? I'm going to run this guy right up, so I'm going to kind of skirt along and run right between these 2 windows and kind of face this way. Put a run token on him, and that's the end of my turn. So it's the start of Brendan's turn, and because he only has 3 characters with regular traits left, he only has 3 orders to spend this turn.
Right, first move. I'm just going to kind of get into a more defensive stance here, right about there, because I don't want to be within range of that archer.
Okay.
Next order, I'm going to keep this battle going on down here with these 2, and I'm going to do 2 attacks. And you know what? I'm going to do a push while I'm at it.
All right, and I am going to respond in kind with a basic attack, so 2 attacks coming in your direction. All right, so the tables have turned. So we've got a 18 and a 4 for me, and a 14 and a 20 for Brendan. So uh, this guy and this guy cancel each other out, so I have 2 armor saves I need to beat. 2 armor saves. Let's see what happens. So a 19 successfully saves, but unfortunately this 5 right here is the problem. So that kills this guy here. So he's gone. In the full rules, he would be looking for a medic.
Okay, for my final order, I'm going to take this archer and move him, kind of point him out that window at that other fighter warrior that's trying to flank, and I'm going to loosen the arrow. It's going to be threading the needle.
Ooh. And I'm going to try to dodge with him. All right, so opposed roll. Brendan's got his
Nice.
20.
Good luck.
And I rolled a 2. So that's 2 armor checks coming my way. All right, so the armor checks, I have to roll 2 dice, and I'm looking to beat 13s. So a 2 and a 20. So the 20 is nice to see, but it doesn't matter here. So I still lose 1 constitution, and that character bites the dust. First order of the next turn, I am down to 3 characters with the regular trait, so I have 3 orders to spend. I'm going to go over to my lone remaining melee guy there. I'm going to finish this little fight, so I'm going to turn and run at him. You can react because I'm within your sphere of awareness.
Excellent.
So you can basically just turn towards me as your reaction.
That's my only option.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn.
And I am going to do 2 attacks at you.
Oh boy.
2 attacks coming his way. 14 and a 15, so both of those hit, and that's not good for him, I don't think.
Let's try and keep this guy alive.
Almost.
So that's 1 success, 1 failure.
Yeah.
You fought valiantly, little guy. You'll be remembered.
Order number 2. That window that you used, I'm going to try to use that to my same advantage. So I'm going to peek just out so that I can see through that window.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire a shot at you.
Oh boy. Okay. Bring it on.
You going to fire back?
I'm going to react by firing right back.
Cool. All right, opposed roll. So 10 plus the dexterity of 3 and 12 plus the dexterity of 3. They both beat 12, obviously. So they cancel each other out.
Phew.
And third order. And guess what? I am going to use that same archer, and I am going to do an aimed shot. So this is kind of like the melee long actions, but instead it is a ranged long action that adds bonuses to my roll. Okay, so he has chosen to attack me as well. So we've got another opposed roll, and we're going to roll off. So I rolled really poorly, and he rolled at least better. So 1 armor check coming back at me on my own turn.
Wow, wow, wow. How's that feel?
Armor check. He's dead.
Okay, so I only have 2 orders, so I got to be very careful here. I think I'm going to move my archer just in here a little bit so he can see through that window or the doorway and shoot that fighter right in the back with an arrow.
Oh, man. All right, so it is an unopposed roll, but I do get to react by turning towards him because he targeted me directly. And let's see what you roll. 12 plus your dexterity of 3, so that's 15. So that's definitely a hit. My armor check, and I need to beat a 13. 10 plus my total armor value of 4. I do. So thankfully he lives, even though he got shot in the back.
This time.
This time.
Not a lot more I can do here, so I'm going to move my fighter up just underneath the alcove, ready to ambush if need be.
I can't do anything, so that's the end of that. So I've got myself in a little bit of a bad spot. My archer is way out of the way to be useful at all. So I'm going to spend 1 order, and I'm going to move that archer. I'm going to move him down, and I think I'll get around the corner there, like right about there is about as far as I can move him. Second and last order of the turn, I'm going to move my archer right about to those barrels, I say. Move him there, move his little run marker. And there we go, all ready to hopefully defend.
Here we go.
Okay, we can tell that these are going a little faster. It's Brendan's turn now. 2 orders.
First one, I'm going to go ahead and move my soldier. Let's move him this way.
Okay, so you're going to try to do a little flanky bit there.
And next order, I'm going to use that archer to, again, shoot at that fighter.
Okay, and I'm going to try to do a dodge. Can't see him through that door, but I know he's there. All right, opposed rolls, dodge versus... So I successfully dodge, and I am going to dodge towards the nearest cover. So I can dodge half my move distance. I'm going to dodge pretty much right over to here. I'm going to kind of sneak in there. Coming to the end here, I know it's going to be soon, so move my run marker from him. I've got 2 orders left. I'm going to, let's see if I can, yeah, I'm going to sneak up to this doorway and just poke out enough so I'm in cover to fire a shot at that archer.
All right, I'm going to dodge because I'm going to have a disadvantage trying to hit you back.
Okay. All right, 1 and 1. A 17 and a 3.
Oh boy.
So that is a success over on my side. So 1 armor check coming towards Mr. Archer. And that's a 9
Not quite enough.
plus 3 for your dexterity. No, that's not going to do it.
Well, he had a good run.
Last order. I'm going to see if I can get... Yeah, he's within 4. So I'm going to run right up on this guy and do a basic attack. So Brendan's attacking back with another basic attack, so it's going to be 2 and 2. So that is a 6 and a 9. So the 9 plus your physique score of 3 is going to hit. So it's going to be 2 cancels.
1 lone soldier left, or I should say Weasley cultist. So I am going to use my tax and a sidestep on that fella right there.
Okay, and I am going to react by attacking back. 2 15s and a 12 and a 2, so at least 1 armor check coming towards me. 1 armor check. I rolled a 17, so he saves.
But do I still get to sidestep?
Yes.
All right. So I'm just going to go slightly to the side there.
And I am
So
going
I am
to,
out of range.
I'm gonna turn them and face you.
Okay.
Maybe the last turn. Let's see. So I'm going to spend one order, and I'm going to do an attack and sidestep on the old cultist there.
And I'm just going to react by swinging on back.
Okay, so 2 and 2. So we've got one lowest cancels out, so we've got a 16 still coming at you, so that is one armor check for you.
Okay, last roll potentially. We got a 14 plus my dexterity
And your armor value?
and my armor value.
So you're wearing light armor, that's a +2, plus your shield, which is +1, so that definitely beats my weapon strength.
Maybe next time. Sidestep, of course, of course. And I'm going to turn towards him if I'm allowed.
Yep.
Excellent.
I'm going to see if I can bring the archer into the fight here. So he can see you. I'm going to turn and I'm going to move up just a tiny bit and then do a shot at you.
And I'm going to dodge.
You can't dodge, you're in melee.
Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take it then.
11 plus my dexterity of 3, so that is a solid hit.
So I need one armor check.
Yep, let's roll it now.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not good. That's not what I want to see. No, no, no!
And that is it. So, pretty good game. Lasted for about an hour. Brennan, what did you think?
I thought it was fantastic. Clearly at a disadvantage playing the creator and all, but I think I held my own. And my evil cultist fought valiantly in the end and lost against the mercenaries.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do a full game, probably on a slightly different board. Use all of the regular rules, spellcasters, embellishments, and all that stuff. Please leave a comment, tell us what you thought. If there's anything you specifically want to see or anything you want clarified, just let me know. We have a Discord as well, and that will be in the description. Thanks a lot, and see you later.